This is AC Starlord, and welcome back to my channel, aka Austin. And this is the Lightyear review. Now, Lightyear is a movie that you definitely need to check out from Pixar. It'll give you a lot of answers about Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story 1. Like I said, I went through the little brief history of that movie, and you can find it on my channel as well. If you need to find it, it's on this channel as well. It might be on top of this one, most likely. So Buzz Lightyear, or Lightyear, is basically essentially about, first of all, let's talk about how the first part of it says Andy saw a movie in 1995, and this is the movie that he watched, and now this is the movie that we get to see. Now we get to see the story. So basically, Buzz Lightyear and his commanding officer, Hawthorne, were the only two people alive on the turnip ship, because he calls it a turnip because the ship looks like a turnip. And there's a scientist and everything in there, and they were docking down on the low level, and they were also training a trainee. And he also talked about how he doesn't like that, and he also does the little narration on his wrist. Buzz Lightyear log. Buzz Lightyear log. We landed on the planet that has no intelligence and da-da-da-da-da. Hawthorne's like, no one really listens to that, right? I know. I just like doing it because it helps me focus. So in a way, Chris Evans' voice is fantastic in this. But in a way, as of Chris Evans playing Captain America, how he said those Buzz Lightyear logs keep him focused. It kind of like remind me of like when he was saying like to the rest of the Avengers, like, here's my orders, like when he was playing Captain America, that's my order. Captain America send out orders to the rest of the Avengers. That helps Captain America focus and also helps Captain America pursue the mission. Same way in this movie, where he does these logs and helps him focus on the mission. Now their mission was to find a sustainable planet for them to live on, so they can, have life and children and have life and have families, have children, have, regular stuff. But they found they were on this planet. They found out it wasn't like bugs, not evil bugs, but bugs that are not like willing to participate with the society of their society, and then vines that come and grab you and take you down below in the planet. But see, Buzz Lightyear was trying to get him off that planet. He crashed the turnip, and now they're stuck on it, and they just built over years, and then it goes through over years. They built over living on that planet. Living on that planet. And Buzz Lightyear doesn't like that. He failed. That happens in the beginning. He fails. He thinks that he should be a space ranger, and then they start back up the space ranger program to try to get to hyperspeed. And when every time he goes to hyperspeed, he's missing throughout time. His time is not changing, so he's staying younger. But every time he does that, he's staying younger. But everyone else is getting older. Hawthorne eventually gets older, and she has of course, she's the only kid. If you heard, this movie has a gay character in it. She's the only one that's gay. She has a wife, and then she has a kid. Don't ask how that happens. They show her pregnant. So the point, she has a son. That son has eventually that son grows up to be a full grown man, has a wife, and then throughout the course of time, he also got this this robot named Socks. And Socks was also given to Hawthorne, from him to Hawthorne, as like an emotional support animal, kind of. But as a robot, he figures out the velocity of like the speed that they need to go to. And, well, I'll talk about that after that. But after that, Hawthorne eventually dies, and then someone else takes over, but he still wants to do the program. But again, he's rapidly aging. He's not rapidly aging, but everyone else is. and he still wants to get people back home. So he does one final mission, and then he goes to an alternate timeline. This alternate timeline, he sees another Hawthorne, but it's not the Hawthorne he knows. It's the granddaughter of his Hawthorne, and he tries to help her team beat Emperor Zurg, which Emperor Zurg is a very shocking, a very, very, very shocking person to find out who it is. I'm not going to give out too much in this, but Emperor Zurg is an interesting person. It's somebody that knows. So Emperor Zurg knows the person. So let's just say that Emperor Zurg knows every move that Buzz Lightyear does, because it seems like Emperor Zurg is the same person, or maybe not the same person, who knows. But here's the thing. He finds out there's an Emperor Zurg, and those robots, the only thing they can say is Zurg. He finds that out. He's still trying to doing his regular mission, and he learns over time that the reason why Buzz Lightyear is always failing because he doesn't rely on a team. And he learns that being a part of a team helps. So he eventually learns over time that teamwork works, and they end up working. He ends up working with Hawthorne's team, and then they end up saving the day. But Emperor Zurg wants to go. Emperor Zurg, once you find out who the person is, wants to go back to doing the regular mission and erase everything that Buzz Lightyear has learned about life and everything. And Buzz Lightyear finally also learns that he needs to slow down and just live his life on this planet that he had a mistake on, that he thought it was his fault throughout the whole movie. But he learns, okay, I can live on this. But I can live on this planet. But here's the thing. Emperor Zurg wants to erase that. He finds out that, of course, the crystal that they have for the hyperspeed can send them back to way before time and fix the problem. And if you understand by what I'm saying is fix the problem, Buzz Lightyear had the same problem. He was trying to fix the problem. So as I'm talking about this, you kind of figure out who Zurg is if I don't have to leak out the name. But Buzz Lightyear ends up defeating Emperor Zurg. We see Emperor Zurg's suit, and his suit is amazing. It's awesome. All that stuff. So where's Buzz Lightyear? You actually finally see the wings towards the end. He popping out the wings, because I was like, dang, if you have this high-tech suit that looks just like what we saw in Toy Story, but like a more darker green and all that stuff, and you don't pop out those wings, I mean, you're not flying with style, I don't know then what we're seeing. So he finally flies with style, and then towards the end, he gets recruited to an all-new team, instead of doing like the normal routine where they go through time and space. They're rescuing other people from other planets and all stuff. And the new commander says, you can have anyone on this special forces team. Well, Buzz Lightyear's like, I already have a team. And then they show up with, just like Spider-Man Far From Home, they show up with the all-new shiny suit. That shiny suit is the light green chest plate, armbands, light purple, white suit that we know. Space Ranger suit that we know him from in Toy Story and the animated series that they had, the limited animated series they had. So, and what I mean by like, just like Spider-Man No Way Home, Spider-Man No Way Home, they showed us a nice shiny suit from what he looks like in the original comics. But so this one is just the same exact thing, except it's, Toy Story related thing. And if you're looking for a Woody reference or any reference from Toy Story, there's no reference from Toy Story except Andy watching this movie in 1995. That's it. That is it. You don't like, oh, well, there's no references. There's an credit scene where a bug hits the laser dome, but that's about it. And then a robot that says south. So they're trying to figure out, and also that's a funny scene there. There's a funny scene where they're trying to plan to get to Zurg, Zurg's, they're trying to get to a place that one of the bases to try and find something to get to Emperor Zurg, like this coral and all that stuff. And and this robot they have that's a part of Hawthorne's granddaughter's team. Talking about how they can go, where they can go on the map, and then how the way he says south is very deep, very deep. And me and my friends were laughing like, south, like you can head this way and go this way and go north, and then you go south, and then you go this way, and then you go south again, south. The way he said south was very funny, just because it was deeper than the regular's voice. His voice was like a robot, and then he goes south. So yeah. That's pretty much it for Buzz Lightyear. It's a good, interesting film. I highly recommend it. Watching it. Keke Palmer's in this as the Hawthorne, the granddaughter of Hawthorne. I don't really like Keke Palmer that much, but she was not that annoying in this movie. Hopefully, nope, she's not that annoying, because the trailer she is, and I want her to die in that. But anyways, so Chris Evans is really good in this movie. He's just like a Captain America version of Lightyear. But you also hear a little bit of Tim Allen in this, a little bit, like some of his mannerisms and some of the stuff he says reminds you of Tim Allen, and he does it just like Tim Allen. So in a way, it's like a Captain America Tim Allen. But yeah, I highly recommend checking this movie out. You'll have fun with this. This is a movie I definitely want to see again. And until I see you guys next time in Infinity and Beyond, and let's go, I'm out.